made it home, I dug her out, then I made her one of my aces. Marijuana fragrance, this tree here is outrageous. Want me to play in your city? Send an email to my agent.
Hey guys, before we get into this video, I just would like to say that I did create a new sports blog. It is straightoutofboston.sportsblog.com. I will leave the link in the description. You guys can go check it out. It's a good way for me to express my opinions on what's going on in real world sports. And I think that if you guys are interested, you should definitely go check it out. Obviously, I'm not forcing you to, but I'm just letting you guys know. I've tweeted that out over the last few days. I think I have 2 articles up right now. Both are on the NBA. So if you guys are a fan of this series, I think you might enjoy those articles. So anyway, let's get into this video. Yo, what's going down, everybody? It is Straight Outta Boston here, aka the King of Boston, and today we're back for episode 9 of the Miami Marlins franchise here on MLB 13, the show. And today we have game 162 of the first season, so this will be the last episode of the regular season for year 1, and we're going up against the Detroit Tigers and a few former, well, Florida Marlins and a couple Miami Marlins, most notably Miguel Cabrera, among others such as Anibal Sanchez and Omar Infante. So I thought this would be a pretty good game to show you guys. We're going up against a team that is going to the playoffs. This is the last regular season game for them, so they're getting ready for the playoffs. We're just kind of trying to, well, you know, have some fun, I guess. You know, try to find out some things about our players. Really, when you get towards a part of the season like this, you're trying to figure out who you really want to hold on to and build around for the future, who you really want to, you know, kind of let go, think about other ideas for a certain position. So you saw there our matchup for the pitchers today is going to be Anibal Sanchez and Miguel Gonzalez. Gonzalez we obviously acquired from Baltimore at the beginning of the season, and you can see the Detroit Tigers starting lineup there. No Prince Fielder today. He will be coming off the bench if needed in a pinch hit situation, but they're resting him before the playoffs start. Don't want to get him hurt. And you can see the Marlins lineup as well. No real changes there. So now Miguel Gonzalez pitches to Omar Infante, the former Marlin that I mentioned before. He was traded in the Jacob Turner trade along with Anibal Sanchez, and he had a pretty rough 2012 for the Tigers, but he's done pretty well so far in 2013 for them. So he does well right there as well. 2 batters later, 1 out now. Miguel Cabrera hits this one to deep right center field, and that one is going to clear the wall by a good amount. We just left that pitch hanging, and Miguel Cabrera, maybe the best hitter in baseball, won the Triple Crown last year, and it seems like he always does well in this game during the simulation. He continues his hot streak right there, and look how far he hits this. This one gets to about, it gets to the upper deck, and I'm going to guess that was around 430 feet. Doesn't look too far away from that 465 sign. Now Alex Avila would be up 2 batters later, and he's going to end up popping this one up to Tim Wheeler in center. So Miguel Gonzalez works his way out of the inning, only allowing that really the only mistake he made was that one big hit. Now Logan Morrison up. Logan Morrison has really excelled for us this year. I know I thought about trading him before, but I really do think he's going to be a key piece for the future. He gets that one over Torrey Hunter's head, misplayed by the usually steady right fielder in Torrey Hunter. But anyway, Morrison gets in there with the triple. I really like the Torrey Hunter signing for the Tigers. Still a really good hitter. You can expect him to hit around 300. Very good defensively, and he's a great clubhouse leader. So I think that was a great signing for the Detroit Tigers. Now up is Rob Brantley, another guy who, even though he struggled a little bit this year, I still see signs of just a lot of potential in him. He grounds out to Infante there, but Morrison does score on the RBI ground out from Rob Brantley. So we cut the lead to 2-1 in half. Good start so far by both teams. Now 2-1, still in the bottom of the second, and then a heck of a is going to ground this one out to Johnny Peralta at short. He'll fire onto first for the out. So Anibal Sanchez works his way out of the inning, but not before we do get a run. So we're still in this game. We're not going to let the Tigers and their potent offense pull away that easily. But now top of the third, the 3-2 count to Omar Infante. He's going to work a walk on an 8-pitch at-bat. That curveball was just, you know, Gonzalez missed with that one, really. I mean, it was just a great at-bat by Infante. It was like 8 pitches in. He's bound to throw a ball eventually. Austin Jackson up now, still 1 out, the 0-0 count. Jackson has one back up the middle for a base hit. Wheeler's over to field it. He will test, Infante will not test Wheeler's arm, even though Wheeler's arm is not too strong, but good idea not to. It looks like he would have been thrown out pretty easily. So now we have runners on first and second with 1 out, and there's that man again, Miguel Cabrera. He is this one. 2 Hecavarria at short. Hecavarria takes his time fielding it and ends up not being able to throw out the slow-footed Miguel Cabrera. So anyway, bit of a rough play there. I was hoping to get at least 1 out there. Now Nick Castellanos, the top left field prospect who is on the Major League roster as of now. he is going to get an RBI single right there. They would hold the runner at third base to not test Yasiel Puig's arm. So now we still have a bases loaded situation with just one out. Alex Avila is up next. Avila hits this one to Zach Cox at third. He'll try for two, to second for one, on to first, not in time. We can't turn two. Another run scores. So now it is 4-1, I believe, and just a rough play there. I was hoping to at least get 2 outs there. I should have, in hindsight, I should have gone home there. And now another bad play by Zach Cox. He lets that one get by him, so Johnny Peralta drives in another run. That's an RBI single, and it is 5-1 now. The Detroit Tigers are on top. They've created some space here. Hopefully they can rely on Anibal Sanchez to get them a good starting outing the rest of the way, and hopefully they can close out the Marlins. But we do get Torrey Hunter to pop up to Puig in left field, so that will end the inning. It's 5-1 as we exit the top of the third inning, heading into the bottom of the third. Now, we're going to end up skipping ahead just a little bit to the bottom of the fifth. A 1-1 count to Rob Brantley. Brantley hits this one down the right field line. That gets down there, fair ball. He'll round first, head for second. Hunter does have a very strong arm, but it'll not be in time. It wouldn't even throw. It got cut off. So Brantley has a leadoff double for the Miami Marlins. Now, next up is Zach Cox, the young third base prospect who's called up midway through this year. He hits this one to deep center field. That one is back, and it is going to be caught. Austin Jackson finds his way under it. However, we will advance Rob Brantley to third base, so now we got a runner on third with just one out. That's a very good situation to potentially score a run. Really, anything can score a run at this point. Any piece of contact, as long as the infield is not in. Edene Heckavaria is up now, and he's going to end up lining this one down the left field line for a base hit, and he's going to end up rounding first, trying to test Nick Castellanos' arm, the former third baseman. Looks like he didn't have the strongest arm out there, so Heckavaria's in there safely with an RBI double, and we cut the lead to 5-2. Potentially could get another run here and try to cut it to 5-3. Now Ryan Theriot is up, still one out. He hits this one to deep center field, but that one is going to be caught by Austin Jackson. And we're going to try and test Austin Jackson's arm. That was a silly mistake by me. We get Heckavaria caught in a rundown, and Miggy will be able to apply the tag for the double play. So, silly base running there, but it's alright. So, bottom of the 7th now, Yasiel Puig is up. He's going to get a base hit there. This is misplayed by Hunter once again. Been a rough day out in right for Hunter. Luckily, he gathers it in time and forces Puig to stay at first base. So, still 5-2 is your score. The Marlins need to get something going here in the late innings. They've rattled Sanchez a little bit. Logan Morrison's up again. He's had a very good day. He gets his second hit of the ball game, a base hit in between the 4-3 hole for a one-out single, or a no-out single, I should say. I believe there's still no outs in the inning. So Rob Brantley up now, the 1-1 count to him, and he's going to end up taking this one down the right field line for a base hit. Rob Brantley's big day continues. It seems like the whole middle of this lineup for the Miami Marlins has stepped up, and what that does tell me is that we do have some key pieces. I think, Solano through Brantley in our lineup is really solid when you go Solano, Stanton, Puig, Morrison, and then Brantley. I think those are, 5 players right there that we can really rely on for the future. So Jim Leyland will pull Anibal Sanchez and bring in Brian Villarreal he's going to try and close out this inning and try to hold this lead for the Detroit Tigers to try and get it to their closer. Edene Heckavaria up now, the 1-1 count. He's going to hit this to the shortstop, fire to second for one, on to first for the double play. And that was 2 batters later after the guy before Heckavaria had gotten out, Zach Cox. So that ends the inning. We only get 1 run out of that. That was very disappointing. I really thought we had a chance at a comeback there. So we're skip ahead to the top of the 9th. AJ Ramos is in. This is actually his, I don't know if it's his major league debut, but it's his first appearance of the season, coming in probably the last inning of the last game of the regular season. Thought that was funny. Alex Avila is going to get things started, hitting this one to deep center field. Wheeler is going to dive, but he can't come up with it, so he's going to end up misplaying it a little bit, and Avila is going to get into third with a leadoff triple. So costly mistake there by Tim Wheeler, bad pitch by AJ Ramos, and Alex Avila takes advantage. One of the bright catchers in 2011, it looked like, for the Detroit Tigers. Tailed off a bit last year, but now the 0-1 count to Johnny Peralta. Peralta hits this one past the second baseman, Solano. That will be a base hit and an RBI. It's played by Wheeler, so a lot of shaky outfielding right now by Tim Wheeler, but that's all right. So now with no out still, Torrey Hunter is up. Hunter hits this one to center field. That one is going to get down, and that's going to get by Wheeler. He will field it off the wall. He does not have a strong arm. Can we hold? Yeah, they will hold the runner. All right, that's good. So second and third with no outs. Hopefully, we can at least try to contain this thing and maybe only allow 1 run out of the remaining guys. Matt Tuiasosopo is up. This one goes off Ramos, fielded by Solano to home. They get the runner in a pickle, and he is gunned out. A crazy play right there That ball went off the foot of AJ Ramos. Solano fielded it quickly, and we were able to get the runner who was trying to come home. So now Prince Fielder is going to pinch hit. He looks like such a cartoon character in this game. It is hilarious. But now, one out here. The first pitch of the at-bat. He's going to take this one in between the 6-5 hole for a base hit. Yasiel Puig is over the field. He will fire it home. He has a strong arm, but it's not going to be in time. So another run scores. Now your score is 7-3. And the Tigers have opened this one up. So we bring in Steve Cishek. This is the last game of the year, so I figured why not bring in our closer. It's not like we're going to have to save him for anything. Why not? So Steve Cishek is in now. The 1-out pitch to Infante. And this is going to be a pop-up to right field. Giancarlo, the throw home. He has a very strong arm as well, but he will not be able to throw out the runner. So that is an RBI pop-out for, I believe that was Omar Infante. Now Austin Jackson up the 2-2 count to him. He's going to end up striking out swinging on that changeup. So Cishek does what he had to do. He did allow one inherited runner, but that was a tough situation for him to come in, so I don't blame him for that. We end up allowing 3 runs in the inning, and it is 8-3 going into the last inning of the ball game. Now Francisco Rodriguez is in. K-Rod, yes sir, he has been signed by the Tigers in this franchise. Yasiel Puig is up. Puig's going to end up hitting this one in between the, well not, yeah, sort of in between the 6-5 hole. He's going to beat out that infield hit though. Peralta could not make that throw in time. It was a slow roller. So we're going to skip ahead a little bit in the inning. Now 2 outs. Rob Brantley is up. Brantley's going to hit this one past Tui Sasapo at first base. They'll be fielded by Hunter. We're going to test his arm, and that was not a smart thing to do. Even though the throw was offline, Puig gets thrown out at home. And I don't know, I thought that was a pretty funny way to end the season. So Anibal Sanchez gets the win. That is the last game of Miami Marlins baseball for 2013. So we will be getting into the offseason in the next episode. I'm not sure, but I might try live streaming it. What I would do if I live streamed it is I would probably like live stream it on Sunday, maybe Saturday afternoon, not too sure. I'll record it. Maybe I'd export the live stream to YouTube if I streamed it on Twitch, and then I'd obviously have the recording and edit it down and make that the more formal episode. So we'll see. I'm not really sure if I'm gonna do something like that. I haven't quite decided. My live stream settings are you know me, if you guys watch my live streams, they're just not very high quality, so I don't really want to. Yeah, I don't know if I want to butcher something like that, but either way, like I said, the worst thing that happens is the live stream doesn't go well, and then I just record it and post the formal episode as well. So, either way, you guys are going to get like a clean HD quality episode. Don't worry about that. So anyway, Miguel Cabrera is your player of the game. He did have a home run, 2 RBI, 2 runs, and 2 hits. You can see the box score here. This is pretty much going to wrap up this episode for me, so I thank you guys for watching. I hope you did enjoy, and as always, I'm out. Peace.